And let's talk more about what the difference, what value are you adding to the amateur astronomer experience and everything. I think some of the things that's so lost on beginners, and I'm still a beginner, very much so, the stacking of images and the processing that happens afterwards. Never mind mounting the camera to the telescope in the first place, which is a whole nother thing. What does the Vaonis product do for a user? How does that user experience get even easier than ever before?
The fact to suppress all the technical issues that you can find on a classical telescope, that's the main point. And the user experience, it's fun because a lot of people are asking us on social media and everything, what I have to do with the Stellina and Vespera. There is nothing to do, so it's not interesting. I can go on Google pictures to see. And for me, it's very interesting because it shows that for many people, amateur astronomy is just the fact to set up your instrument, to try to observe something. But it's not astronomy. It's the fact that you love instruments. And for me, the real astronomy is observing the night sky and trying to understand what you are observing. And with Stellina and Vespera, it's the user experience without any technical issues and difficulties allow you to be focused on knowledge, observation, the fact to share with other people, and to be able to do your image processing very easily, and all the different aspects.
And I'll add on to that because I wanted to at least just provide another example for people that like are in that boat, that if they're an amateur, they just see it. I think that's a great insight. One of the things for me, for this podcast, we're trying to provide something on a daily basis. And one of the things I've wanted to do since the beginning is set up a telescope and observe long-term, over time, and watch something as it goes. And there's really... It takes so much work to get that set up. You have to create your own observatory, which is, I've met some amazing people online that have done that. I'm thinking of Elliott Astronomy right now as a great channel who does that. But I think it's this idea of work stacking that I ended up finding through 3D printing. Because one of the great things about 3D printing for me is I can be doing work like this, right? We can be talking, I can be doing other things, while my printer is doing work at the same time. So I'm stacking what I'm able to do with, and this is what got me excited about the platform is I can say, okay, and I saw that, I think it's Vespera has 3 objects that it can observe at any time that you can schedule, and then Stellina is unlimited, so you could set up things to observe all the time. That to me is so mind-blowing. Like that is exactly what we're looking for. We can get people to continuously see what our observation is from afar. Is that seen a lot, or is that something people see when they first buy it, or is that something they find after they use it?
No, I think it's after they use it. Just one thing, you said it before, the best telescope is the telescope that you use, and I think it's an important thing. Whatever, if there is a sensor or not, a computer inside or not, and that is our first and our main focus at Vaonis, create telescopes that people will use. After, about the fact to observe frequently, every night, every 2 days, every week, I think it's really when you buy Stellina or Vespera and you start to use it, there is a feeling of, now I want to observe that and that and that and that. And so if I can plan my observation, it will be a good way to do it. So yeah, you have to try it to understand really the user experience and all the potential.
Yeah, and I agree. And one of the things I thought was really useful, so on your website, Vaonis, VAONIS.com, you guys have a video on there that it seems like just a product demo, kind of overviews the whole product as it is, and your application is set up with the amateur astronomer in mind. Like it's recommending things based on your geolocation, so you don't even necessarily have to think about what you're going to look at. You just have kind of a menu, and you can go, wow, I can look, and it's not, I'm observing 3 things in like 4 hours outside. It's, wow, I can set this up and just look at everything. Like that is a whole different experience.
Exactly. If there is no cloud, just have to place it outside, launch the app, and you will have some advices to know what you can observe. And it's all the thing, because in astronomy, when you start to observe, you don't really know what you can observe. You think about the moon, like everybody, some planets, obviously, and after you're like, okay, M31, M42, this kind of objects, but after 20, 30 objects, you don't know what to observe. And with the app and the fact to share with the community, you can have a lot of advice.
Amazing.